5 years ago, through a strange and devastating turn of events, my life was forever changed. I became that guy, that stranger who clearly has something wrong with him, but you can't quite put your finger on what that something is. It's someone makes you ask yourself, perhaps unconsciously, perhaps even today, while I walked up to this podium, what's wrong with that guy? That guy is me, and I'll tell you what that something is. My brain has a hole in it. See that big dark spot in the scan? That's not supposed to be there. That area is supposed to be filled with thriving, functioning brain matter, like this one. How did mine get hollowed out like that? In March 2008, I suffered a massive stroke. That part of my brain died. It sounded impossible. Strokes don't happen to people like me. You and I have something in common. We are sales professionals. I made more cold calls than you can imagine. I built a business out of making cold calls. I've given presentations, negotiated agreements, and closed deals just like you. We are the people that make the world go around. Without us, there are no sales, no revenue, no business. Without business, there is no money. Without money, well, that's just no fun at all, is it? As a sales executive, I didn't just rely on my dubious charm and good looks either. Like you, I wanted to be the best at what I did. And like the best sales professionals, I studied and practiced the skills necessary to be at the top of my game. Goals, instruction, repetition, and discipline. I had a clear formula for success. Like you, I had a plan. But sometimes things don't go according to the plan. What then? What are those skills going to do for me, for you, when the plan goes sideways? How to keep going when fatigue or doubt or excuses to fail, real or imagined, get in your way. And don't tell me that you don't have those moments of self-pity and despair. We all have that in common too. We all have come up with excuses for not being the best at our craft. My quota is too high. My manager is a jerk. My territory is too lean. My product isn't good enough. I get too few leads. My support is weak. I wasn't trained enough. The economy is bad, and my customers are just stupid. Yes, we all have lots of reasons to fail or think that we will fail. But today, I'm here to talk to you about putting failure in its place. My recovery has required a structured plan and a disciplined process, and so does your success. The word GERD is verb meaning get ready or gear up. It's an acronym I want you to remember. Goals, instruction, repetition, and discipline. Let's gird ourselves action and apply these elements that will drive your success. Let's start with goals. What's your goal for today? For the month? For the year? Maybe there's something specific that you're aiming for. After my stroke, my original goal was to be fully recovered and working in 6 months. Didn't quite happen that way, but with that goal in mind, I was out of my wheelchair in 3 months and walking without a cane in 9 months. So let's talk about your pipeline. Is it healthy and on track to hit your goal? How many calls do you have to make in order to schedule the number of appointments that you need? How many appointments do you need to bring yourself to the next level, next step in your sales process? Do the math, set your goals, fill your pipeline, and you will hit your numbers. Goals aren't just about your job either. What do you want to accomplish in your life? Take time to list your personal goals and then give them time frames. When I was still in the rehab hospital, my very first goal was to make a phone call. That may sound easy to you, but remember, I didn't know how to use a telephone and I didn't recognize numbers. I worked on it the rest of the day and late into the evening, and I called my wife that night. I lost my language, so I couldn't say anything, but we both knew that I had accomplished my goal. So let's set some goals right now.